to you by Podcast City Network.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to The Everett Lee Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's cut the damn music. Everett Lee is back, baby. I am back.
Did you enjoy your week at the spa? Did you like all them muscular men rubbing you down? Did you get a facial?
Did I get a facial? What the hell?
You put the stuff on your
gone for weeks.
Wait, you put the stuff on your face, like the black stuff, and it soaks out your pores. They call it a facial. What were you thinking?
I'm trying to do an intro here. Hey, guess what? I'm trying to do a show, and I get interrupted like this. You know what I mean? I mean, what?
What the way to start off 2018? Harassing your assistant. Yeah. He's harassing me. You see this? My God. Such hostile work environment.
Hostile. This is how we're going to start things off, man. This is basically how we're going to start things off. I mean, come on, man. All right. You know what? I can start it right over again. I can do that. Everett Lee can start it right over. You know what? Let's go ahead and restart the intro.
You ready? Serious face. You ready? Serious face. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, no. Just start from right now.
Start right now?
Yeah.
Start right now?
There you go.
Okay. All right.
Ready?
All right.
Relax.
Yes.
Okay.
Just relax.
All right. Serious face. You ready?
Just jump right in, McShaft. That's great. That's just great. Welcome, everyone, to the Everett Lee Show podcast. I am back, baby, for 2018. This is live right now for the first time on the Podcast City Network. Getting choked up here. I'm joined, of course, you've seen right here by my co-host who just had to jump all over my nuts and everything else.
Whoa.
McShaft.
I don't jump on nuts. I jump on the McShaft. Oh! As you can see here, today's show is brought to you by Everett Lee Show and Podcast City Network right here. I believe there's something new, too.
Yeah, there is.
New to pop up here?
Yeah, there
is.
McShaft, you're on Twitter right now.
Am I?
Here it is.
Oh, there it is. Twitter at Real McShaft.
Real McShaft.
There it is.
That's right.
Look at that. Look at all kind of stuff buzzing around my head here. It's great, right?
I can't believe it, man. He jumped all over me, man, at the beginning of this. I'm getting my groove in, going to go, welcome to the Everett Lee Show podcast. And all of a sudden here, just someone just jumping in, You know what that shows? It shows that it shows that 2018 is going to be so unpredictable and full of surprises. So many full of surprises, 2018. Yeah. Anything could happen. It's a new year, a new Podcast City Network. It's a brand new shot of entertainment. Yes, it is. It's a new shot of entertainment, man.
I think that we need to start this new podcast off with a bang, with a random Reddit thread.
You said a bang? You mean?
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, let me just run down on the show notes real quick here. Okay, here we go. Well, actually, the first thing I want to do before we mention anything, man, anything, we have to acknowledge this. While me and McShaft was getting ready with this today, news just broke today about the lead singer of the Cranberries. And it was just I logged on Twitter and I happened to see this here, man. The lead singer of the Cranberries. I don't even know how you pronounce her name.
Dolores.
Yeah.
Riordan.
I'm sorry for screwing this up though, but news broke today about the lead singer of the Cranberries has passed away. She passed away at the age of 46. Details right now are not known at this minute of the cause of death, but she passed away at the age of 46, and my condolences and thoughts and prayers go out to the members of the Cranberries and her family.
And catch her next week on AMC's The Walking Dead.
You got to kill the tension.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
I know. It was just breaking. We got a lot to cover on this podcast, man.
Episode 69.
69.
We entitled this A Mouthful of.
A mouthful of what?
You can just leave it to your imagination right there. So, I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You definitely
you
can leave it to the imagination. But you know what? We got a lot of lists of things coming on this podcast.
You know what comes after 69, right?
What's that?
Mouthwash.
Mouthwash?
I can like that.
Well, McShaft, since the camera's on you and everything's going just well, why don't we just go ahead and start with the random, or don't you got a random Reddit thread?
I got a few good random Reddit threads here.
Yeah, what's going on with the random Reddit thread?
Well, we got some good ones. So basically,
Everett Lee Show. We are one E, the one entity, the only entity for podcasting. We have been watching you. You are on our sites. Be afraid.
that pretty much sums up, some pretty good Reddit threads here. I actually started exploring some new areas of Reddit to kind of get some of these at, just to kind of break out of the normal mold. Because normally I go to like the main page and just pick out stuff, but I had to search for some of these. So I hope you all enjoyed those. I definitely did.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. That sounds really, really good. I can't wait for this show and the random Reddit thread, man. That sounded awesome, man. I'm glad everyone is going to be in store and just enjoy this, man. What McShaft just said. So let's just jump right into what's happening in the entertainment thing, man. We got some news talking about some stuff happening with the entertainment.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Mark Wahlberg here.
Yeah. What's going on? We were talking about this with Mark Wahlberg.
So apparently they had to do a bunch of reshoots for this movie called All the Money in the World. And there's a big controversy happening because apparently when they did the reshoots, Wahlberg was paid like $1.5 million extra to, do these reshoots, while his co-star, Michelle Williams, she only got $1,000, which roughly was around like $80 a day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of controversy over that. So Mark Wahlberg is officially donating the $1.5 million to the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund in Michelle Williams' name.
That's great. I'm glad that Mark Wahlberg stepped up and basically is helping out, and
he 100% supports the fight for fair pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like with the Avengers, Robert Downey Jr. He made sure that his co-hosts during the Avengers, if I'm correct about this, mentioned that he wanted everyone to have the same pay because he was the highest paid actor. Remember that?
Yep.
And then everyone got paid the same for that movie because he didn't feel it was fair that he himself getting paid this much and everybody else getting paid this below him, so he made sure everyone got paid the same amount.
It's nice when people do that because when you have certain movies like that, are going to make a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. It's like, why not help everyone just kind of, soak in the rewards for this, Yeah.
I mean, just everyone should have the equal pay and just, I
don't think everyone should have equal pay. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to pay
for like a movie and
I'm not going to pay like Napoleon Dynamite the same amount of money as like Harrison Ford in a movie. I mean, no, that's not going to happen. But also,
what's going on with Britney Spears? You were talking about this too, man. Britney Spears.
So apparently, as everyone knows, in 2013, she started a residency in Las Vegas and has been performing there ever since. Mm-hmm. Well, she announced that her residency was going to come to an end at the end of 2017. And then I think it's around December, so around New Year's,
right.
She announced that she was possibly going to extend that residency for a further period of time. But then I believe this week she announced that it was a no-go and that she was permanently exiting Las Vegas. So now begs the question, what big entertainment entity is going to make their residency in Las Vegas? Like, who could we possibly see in Las Vegas?
Yeah, there's a lot of acts, a lot of entertainment out there that could possibly be showcased in Vegas, man. Hell, Christina Aguilera. Just throwing names out there, man. I'm just throwing random stuff out there, random shit. So.
I got two names.
What's that?
That I would like to see hold a residency in Las Vegas to go out there and just see them all the time.
God.
Okay.
I love to hear this, man. I love to hear this take, man.
So the first one would be Rammstein. Okay, because they put on, if you've ever seen their live shows, like go on YouTube and look at it. They put on a hell of a live performance, and the music is pretty heavy. Okay, the second one, can you imagine if they had like time to like just make everything better? So the second one, I would love to see Guar in Las Vegas at a residency. Can you imagine that? Let's mention that 5 days a week, Guar live in Las Vegas. Could you fathom that? That would be so fucking awesome.
They would need this right here, like.
To the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Well, that's everything in Vegas. I mean, they even took like Cirque du Soleil out there, and they have like an X-rated version of Cirque du Soleil out there where they go like butt naked doing like flips and shit. Seriously, they're out there like on trapeze, flying around, doing backflips, fucking balls flying up in your face. I mean, tits flying everywhere. Serious. But anyways, could you imagine like going to Las Vegas on vacation? It's like boom, Guar is there like 5 days a week. You go see a Guar show.
We saw Guar live. Remember that? We saw Guar live.
Best thing ever.
Oh my goodness, man. That was hell. I walked out of there. I walked out of there. I can't believe it. I walked out of there live. I mean, alive and well and everything and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a hell of a show.
It was.
That was the first tour they did with their new vocalist. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm telling you, could you imagine Vegas having like either Rammstein or Guar? Like, not only like there for the music, but like just the show itself already is amazing. But imagine if they had like a permanent place to just perfect that even more.
I don't know, man. I mean, that would be crazy.
Okay, well, tell me this.
Really crazy.
Who would you like to have a residency in Vegas? You could go out there on vacation, and there they are 5 days a week. You could see them.
Who would I like to see? I would probably like to see, Gallagher? Or is he already out there? I'd like to see Gallagher. Gallagher would be freaking crazy, man.
And he dead.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he died a while ago.
I don't get out much. You know, I don't get out much.
Okay, how about this? What if they did a live Deadpool,
Deadpool the musical.
Yeah, there you go. Deadpool
Hey, I can see that, man. Yeah, Deadpool the musical, man. Deadpool the musical.
What about
da, 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 da. Bop, 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 bop.
You know what I'm saying? Or what if they did like a I don't know. I mean, think of something you like. You like Batman? What if they did like a Batman Broadway show thing there or something like that?
Oh man, don't get started. I'm still reeling from the editing the highlight reel for 2017 with when we were talking about the founder with Batman, Michael Keaton doing the Batman. Remember that? Yeah. Remember that? What was it? His voice.
Bane Wyatt.
Bane Wyatt.
He does like, it's almost like if Bane is kind of just like, it kind of reminds me of like Hannibal Lecter meets like, it's like a bisexual Hannibal Lecter where he does that. It's like, Mr. Batman, I see you there. It's like if Hannibal Lecter was like bi or gay and was like flirting with Batman with a mask on. He'd like, Mr. Batman, I see you there. You think darkness is your ally? I see you got those boots on that I like. You know what I'm saying? That's, I wonder if that. I wonder if like when Bane was talking to Batman, if he was kind of like flirting with him, like, should I break his back? Or should I take him to dinner?
This is episode 69. 69.
Mr. Batman, you think darkness is your ally? I was born in it. If you really think about it, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Oh my god. The stuff we talk about, man. We even talk about this all the time and everything.
Entertainment.
I'll tell you what wasn't entertaining the other day was Hawaii.
Oh yeah, some guy got fired for that.
Well, I'd hate to be the person to press that button right there, man.
That guy had one job, okay?
I know. One job.
When you see a missile coming, hit the button. Guess what? Failed on that right there.
Dude, you said the F-bomb.
You bleep me out later. Anyway,
this is not ELS Uncut right now.
So think about this, okay? You have one job. You see a missile coming, you hit the button. Guess what? Can't even do that right. Must be a millennial. God. Holy crap.
Oh my God.
He must listen to Nickelback.
That is incorrect.
He must listen to Nickelback. Only a Nickelback fan could do something like that.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
He's a Nickelback fan.
I had to, man. I had to.
Holy crap.
All I got to say is that it took 37 minutes for a response to realize, this is not real. It was a mistake. It was an accident. We're sorry. And it's like everyone panicked, ran for cover. Called their loved ones.
I saw a video of people jumping into like manholes in the sewers. Yeah.
It's crazy. What the hell's the world's coming to, man?
There's one guy.
Here.
There's one guy who's like, I was at a buffet eating when the alarm went off, and everyone freaked out and took off and ran. And someone goes, "What would you do?" He goes, "I got back in line. Everyone was gone. I'm going out eating a lobster."
Man,
what would you do in that case?
Me, I would dig the deepest hole quick as I can, like I was on LSD, and cover myself up. I wouldn't do like they did on the lava episode of South Park, lava duck. Remember that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I would dig the deepest hole I can dig, like I was on LSD digging, just just to cover myself up.
Like an ostrich?
I would have stuck my head in the sand and my ass up in the air with my middle finger sticking up. And then when they'd come find me, be like, yeah, there's Everett Lee right there. How can you tell? It's like, look, he basically told the world to kiss his ass.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Enough of that. Enough of this and everything else in between. This podcast, The Everett Lee Show, the 2018 edition, which we're back with my co-host, McShaft. Want to mention again that this podcast is brought to you by, you see on the screen there, viewing the live stream right now. I want to say, what's up? What's up, Todd? You can check out Everett Lee's show and many other shows on the Podcast City Network. You can check out Films the Classic, a Podcast City Network exclusive show. ELS Uncut, another Podcast City Network exclusive, and other shows such as the Super Radio Brothers podcast, coming soon, the Chris Carnage Show, and the Imaginarium with Scott Colbert and Todd Staruch. Check out these shows and much more at podcastcity.net. Social media we got on Facebook, facebook.com/Podcast City Network, and on Twitter at Podcast City Net. We are going to jump right into this, man. Before we got off track and everything, McShaft mentioned what was on the random Reddit thread this week. So, you know what? We're going to just jump right into this segment right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the random Reddit thread.
Random Reddit thread.
All right. So this week on the random Reddit thread.
All right.
What
do we got?
This one is from the thread Fun Facts.
Fun facts.
Okay.
Let me pull up the let's pull up the thing here. Go ahead. Fun facts.
All right. So, the world's best planned city of medieval times was not in Europe, because everyone thinks the medieval times happened in Europe, which it did. It was, in fact, in Africa, and reportedly it was protected by a massive wall 4 times larger than the Great Wall of China.
What?
Yeah, you like that?
Huh.
Yeah, okay.
Crazy.
Fun fact, okay, same thread.
Yeah.
John Williams, the musical composer, has never seen any of the Star Wars movies he has composed music for.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
He has not watched one Star Wars.
Nope. He quoted, "When I'm finished with the film, I've been living with it, we've been dubbing it, recording it too, and so on. You walk out of the studio and say, it's finished." And that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Writing all this epic music for all these famous movies and never actually seeing them?
That's crazy.
I mean, that's okay. Also, too, there's a picture of him on here, and literally he has a beard with no mustache, but the way his jawline is shaped, it looks like he has no mouth. It's really weird. Look at it. You see it? See right here? Look,
Let me
let's
pull it up to the camera right here. Yeah. Let me pull this up.
It's weird.
I haven't used this in a while, so bear with me.
Yeah, I just want to show you all the picture of him. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show that up to the camera. That's damn.
I know, right? So cool.
I know.
And our final random Reddit thread, random Reddit thread, Reddit. There you go.
Reddit.
Say that 10 times fast. Reddit. When taking a photo, Chinese people often say their word for eggplant instead of saying cheese.
Huh.
So think about that. They're actually saying eggplant. And as you know, in social media phones, the eggplant is actually a picture that's supposed to be referenced to a penis. So does that mean that when they're Chinese people are taking pictures, they're actually penis? Someone says in here that in Germany, their word for saying cheese literally translate to ant shit.
Damn, that sounds great. That sounds awesome. And, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it for the random Reddit threads for this week on the Everett Lee Show podcast. Damn.
Reddit.
You can check out random Reddit threads.
Reddit.
Segments.
Reddit.
Reddit.
Reddit. Reddit.
See what I got to put up with? I come back for a few weeks from 2017 into 2018 for this, man.
See, the whole time you were gone, I was like on a beer and like Coke binge. So like I'm ready to, get things started. Not really.
What's the guy's name from Breaking Bad? Walter?
No, beer and Coke, like beer and like Coca-Cola.
No, what's his name? I'm asking.
Oh, Walter White.
What are you, Walter White?
I'm McShaft. I'm better than a Walter White. I'm a McShaft.
You're a McShaft.
I put Walter White to shame. What?
But you know and I know that you're only half the man that I am. And I have half the brain that you do.
Really?
It's referencing to the fact that I'm more entertaining.
You are entertaining. That's why I have you on the show. You are so much entertainment, man. You are. He is entertainment. He is. McShaft is entertainment. And
we should do like a sub podcast. Everett Lee's McShaft.
Everett Lee's McShaft.
It's like I'm the show below yours. See that? Yeah.
What?
Oh, that's great.
What the hell?
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
People love me.
I know. They love you. They do. And I love you too.
See? Yeah, everyone loves me.
You can always pick your friends.
Except for my 9th grade geometry teacher. She didn't like me at all. That bitch is dead, so it don't matter.
Oh, no.
She hated me.
Oh my God.
Oh,
that's crazy. That is crazy.
Well, it wasn't my fault. I didn't kill her, but I mean, she was mean. She was a nasty little hobbit.
Well, you know what? That's not my problem.
She never said anything nice to me. I mean, what am I supposed to do? She was very biased in grading my work and my tests.
Well, teachers usually are.
She specifically told me.
But they push you and motivate you.
She didn't motivate and push me at all. She specifically told me and my parents that the reason that she was like being unfair to me is because she thought I came from a broken home.
What?
Yep.
You came from a good home, man.
I know, and that's where my parents.
You came from a good home.
And that's where my parents took me out. That's when my parents took me out of that class, and I started getting A's.
That pisses me off right there.
I know, right? You hate her too.
Really does piss
Aren't
me
you
off.
glad she's dead?
Well, you know what? I never met her. If I did met her, my opinion would change, though. But all I got to say is that's messed up. Yeah. That was years ago. And look how you turned out, man.
I finished my bachelor's degree with a 4.0, and I currently have a 4.0 right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because
suck on that, 9th grade geometry teacher. Apparently not everyone likes a good McShaft.
I'm not insulting your intelligence, all right? Don't even think that.
What? Why would you think that? I just came up with a random story for us here.
Yeah. Well, I got a random story, too. I remember the time your mom was telling me when they went to go have
all right, should I break out the picture with the shoes? Should we go there?
No.
Okay, next topic. What's our next thing on here?
The next thing? Well, I'll tell you what our next thing is. We're going to take a quick break, real quick. Ooh. And when we come back, we're going to jump into the Mirakuru Lounge segment.
Ah.
On the Mirakuru Lounge, we're going to be talking about the CW shows returning.
Take a quick break, do a smoke and a waffle, or a bong and a pancake. Huh? A smoke and a waffle?
A smoke and a waffle?
A smoke and a waffle?
Smoke and a waffle?
Huh? No?
That reminds me about something.
Smoking a
there
waffle?
You are, McShaft.
You smoking a waffle?
I don't know if you remember this or not.
Uh-oh. I like gold. It's gold, remember? Oh, I like gold.
I like gold.
It's the Martian Shifasha. You know,
if I could see through these damn glasses, I could pull this up here.
Would you like a smoke and a waffle? A bong and a pancake?
All right. Here we go. All right. You remember this, McShaft?
Let's see.
Remember this?
What is this? What is this you're breaking out? Ooh. Oh,
What?
that reminds me. Thank you for reminding me about that. So there's an important topic going on right now. So apparent, because I'm definitely for pro America. I love America. So with all the controversy going on lately with the legalization of marijuana and this and that, and how it's not legally it's not legal federally, and some states have it, so apparently that the governor of Pennsylvania has said that if they allow people to get medical marijuana cards to be able to legally have it, that you cannot own a firearm which treads on our Second Amendment right. So there's a big controversy about that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, big controversy. And I tell this dude right now, you can sit on this and rotate. You ain't taking away my guns, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Second Amendment right, baby. USA.
That's right. But
that's right.
There's also a protest too not protest, but a what's it called? A petition to actually get it legalized federally. So that means that they can't have the ATF busted on someone's shop, and raid them and stuff like they can now. So basically, federally it'll be legal, which means, the amount of money and revenue coming from that is going to help out our economy a huge amount.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm all for that,
Me
I
too.
mean, let's get our economy out of the shithole and get it, back up where it's supposed to be.
Exactly. Well, we're going to take
my vodka water. Hold the vodka.
Gonna take a quick break from some information for everyone that is involved and enjoys listening and watching the Everett Lee Show. So we'll be right back right after this. Stay connected with ELS, the Everett Lee Show podcast on the following platforms: EverettLeeShow.Weebly.com, the official website of the Everett Lee Show. Facebook.com/The Everett Lee. Click the like button, click the follow button for the latest notifications. Twitter @the Everett _Lee for the latest tweets, the latest podcast links on Twitter. Stay connected with these platforms of the Everett Lee Show ELS podcast.
Do it! Just do it! No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
Want more ELS? The Everett Lee Show podcast is available at the following. Download the audio version of this podcast and previous podcast at everettleeshow.libsyn.com, stitcher.com, Everett Lee Show. Leave us a rating and a comment in the comments section. iTunes. Subscribe to ELS, the Everett Lee Show on iTunes. Give us a rating and a comment. For the video version of this podcast and previous podcasts, visit youtube.com, Everett Lee Show. For interview segments, visit dailymotion.com/Everett Lee Show.
Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
ELS, the Everett Lee Show, is your shot of entertainment to the head. Are you a fan of ELS and Chris Carnage? Well, you can show your support with the latest ELS and Chris Carnage swag. Head over to everettleeshow.weebly.com and click on the merch tab to get your ELS and Chris Carnage t-shirts. Look for special promo codes when available, such as percentage off and free shipping when you buy an ELS or Chris Carnage swag. Head over to everettleeshow.weebly.com and click on the merch tab to get your ELS and Chris Carnage t-shirts. All right. Sorry about that, man. I need to dust off the equipment. I haven't used it in a while.
Episode 69, ladies and
I know.
gentlemen.
69. Mine is a terrible thing to taste.
Jesus.
What's that from? Come on.
Silence of the Lambs.
Come on.
Walking Dead.
Come on.
Day of the Dead.
Nope.
Home movies.
Nope. It's a band.
Oh, it's a band.
Yeah.
It's a band that I like.
Yeah. It's a band I like from the 90s.
Oh.
They started in the 80s.
Do I like them?
Yeah, you like
Guns
them.
N' Roses?
They were before 9 Inch Nails. They got that sound.
Eurythmics?
No.
Type of
Ministry.
negative? Ministry.
Ministry. Psalm 69.
Have you heard their new song that they got
Mine is
out?
terrible thing to taste.
They got a new song out called Antifa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard on the radio. It's at the XM radio the other day.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad.
I
wasn't a huge Ministry fan, but I mean, I thought some of their stuff was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, all I got to say is that, let's see. Nope. That's my screen right there. See, I haven't used this
we call
stuff in a
this
while.
camera angle right here the money shot because
The
we're
money
both in
shot.
it. See, right there. Boom. There it is.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's hit into the Mirakuru Lounge segment, ladies and gentlemen.
The Mirakuru Lounge.
Mirakuru Lounge, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, you see on the screen right there, and those listening to the podcast, the CW shows come back tonight, starting with Supergirl comes on tonight, and then tomorrow night we have The Flash comes back on at its regular time, 8 p.m. Tonight, Supergirl comes on at 8 p.m., and I believe Legends of Tomorrow got moved. I haven't checked into that yet. I know the debut of Black Lightning debuts tomorrow night at 9 p.m. And then Thursday, the one show they have to throw all the way towards the end of the week, you can't keep it together, which is Arrow. Arrow returns back as well. One thing is the mid-season finals last month was pretty damn amazing on some of these shows. I just got to say that. I'd have to say, like I said, The Flash, that cliffhanger right there, what's going to happen is going to pick up tomorrow night is going to be fantastic. Like I said, I've been into all these shows. I've been into them for a long time. One thing I got to say about my favorite storyline so far this season out of all 4 of these shows would have to be The Flash because of the villain they got. We have the Thinker, man. This psychologically, he's been one step ahead of Barry Allen, which has been pretty amazing. And we saw that with the cliffhanger. Spoiler alert, if you didn't watch the mid-season final a few months ago with The Flash, where basically the Thinker was one up on Barry, and now Barry Allen has basically proved his innocence that he is not a killer, so he didn't decide to run. I love the direction and the story where this is going. My favorite, funnest show would have to be DC Legends of Tomorrow. These bands of misfits just know how to get together and have chaos and have fun. You know, they're the funnest. Supergirl, she's hanging in there. It's getting really good. The mid-season final with her getting her ass kicked by what I refer to as the female doomsday reign. Oh my God. Supergirl got the stomped out of her. And it's going to be amazing to see the legends, or not the legends, the League of Superheroes coming in and giving her a hand. And her dynamic, Supergirl Kara's dynamic with Dax, who's returned from the future. It's going to be good. Arrow, I am not feeling it. I said that a few weeks ago, or when last time I did a podcast talking about Arrow. I don't feel the villain, man. The villain don't seem threatening. It's just this season 6 reminds me of how Buffy the Vampire Slayer was in season 6. It's like they got a villain that's just small time. I don't see no threat. This is like the biggest threat you got right here. Some little computer hacker, that's like, I mean, come on now. It's just, the villain's just, I'm not feeling it. I'm just hoping the next part of this, the rest of this season really picks up and goes into a direction. I know all the Felicity fans have basically done wet themselves because Oliver and Felicity's together finally, But other than that, these shows are coming back this week. And next week, I will give you my thoughts and a review on these shows and what I think is the best come back for a mid-season final on these shows, and my least favorite. So there you have it on the CW shows.
I must say that the Flash show, it goes a little too fast for me.
I'll have to ask my accountant about that.
What?
I love that laugh.
What the hell was that?
You don't remember that?
What the hell was that?
You don't remember that?
That's from Office Space, ain't it?
No. Like,
What the hell?
Listen, watch.
What? What movie? I never. That's Paul Rudd.
No.
Zach
Galifianakis.
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis. Yeah.
I can't do that laugh in person, so I have to imitate. The Flash show. It goes a little too fast for me.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm getting. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That needs to be our next sound clip right there.
I'm like, oh my god. What?
Wait! We just quoted our own sound clip. You can't do that. We just quoted our own sound clip.
Well, all right, here we go.
Oh my God, what the fuck is that?
There you go. You happy now? You happy? There. I got you. I got that for you. I got that. You want another one? You want it again? All right, I'll give it to you again. Here you go. Here you go. You got to have it again.
Oh my God, what the fuck is that?
All right. Yeah. The random I go through.
The random laugh thread.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'll tell you what's really good. Really good about the rest of this Mirakuru Lounge segment is that Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3, now has a date set
good
for 2020, ladies and
I wonder if
gentlemen.
the raccoon's going to be back in it. I liked him.
Right here, ladies and gentlemen, Superhero Hype is reporting that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 release date is set for 2020. Coming from superherohype.com, this article right here, James Gunn previously hinted that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 would be coming in 2020, but now he's made it official in a new tweet yesterday. The filmmaker said that fans can expect the third installment in 2020. Will this mean we'll be seeing Guardians of the Galaxy 4 years in a row? We saw them in 2017's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We'll see them again in Avengers Infinity War this May, and then again in Avengers 4 in 2019. Then Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Volume 3 will be set in 2020. Marvel Studios has scheduled 3 untitled movies this year. For that year, not this year, for that year,
2020.
ladies and gentlemen. What?
2020.
Yeah, for 2020.
Yep.
Okay, May 1st, 2020 is one of them. Then August 7th, 2020, and then another one is on November 6th, 2020. They're asking Superhero Hype is which of these dates do you think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 may fall on?
I think May.
You think May?
Kicking the summer off.
Kicking the summer off? I'm going to have to go with, I'm thinking November, man, because the last one came out in November, and it did really well. It did. It did really well. Or August 7th, because Volume 1 came out in August around that time, too, remember?
Have you ever played with a raccoon before? Just want to throw it out there.
Oh, yeah.
I have, too. I got to play with a couple raccoons one time. Things are pretty cool. Their claws are sharp, but they're pretty neat little animals to play with. Like, it wasn't, like, wild. It was, like, actually, like, domesticated one. Like, someone bought it.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, them things are cool to play with.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had one that stood up and talked and everything like in the movie? That'd be sick.
That would be sick. It would be.
My input for this Mirakuru Lounge is going to be about the new animated Batman movie coming out called Batman Ninja.
Yeah.
I saw the preview here a few months ago. They got a new one out. You go on YouTube, check out the teaser trailers for it. So it's coming out this year. They haven't given an exact date yet, though, but they said 2018. And so far, they haven't announced if there's going to be an English version or not. So far, it's going to be in Japanese with English subtitles, which doesn't bother me none because it makes it more like authentic when you get to like, see what they're actually saying versus having them dub it over in English and mess up the translations. So the premise of this movie is Batman is transported to feudal Japan and must battle reimagined versions of his villains alongside his allies. So aiding the Dark Knight in this journey are the Japanese versions of Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, and Alfred, and Catwoman. And the villains that have been confirmed to appear are the Joker, Harley Quinn, Penguin, Poison Ivy, Two-Face, Clayface, Deathstroke, and Gorilla Grodd.
Damn.
Yeah.
What a combination,
I
man.
know, right?
I know. What a hell of a combination for
And
freaking,
if you
this
think
movie
that
right here. The trailer, you need to check out the trailer.
If you think Mark Hamill is going to be doing the Joker, no, it's going to be some Japanese guy. But when you just fair warning though for this one, when you watch the trailer, it appears as though like they're gonna have some cool like magical elements to this, like superpowers almost to this movie. It looks really sick.
Yeah,
highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, you got to check it out. I watched the trailer and I was like, oh man, this is freaking great. Japanese anime, if you're a fan of it, I would not pass this one up.
Even if you're not a fan of anime style, check it out because it looks really cool. And I mean, it's Batman.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. Batman. It is Batman. Batman.
I am the Batman.
Huh? What are you laughing at?
See that I could do a whole podcast to my Batman voice.
Welcome to the Everett Lee Show. What are you laughing at?
See? I can do that. It's like, he's using his Batman voice. Like,
up next, we're going to do a segment about wrestling. I'm going to give a suplex through a table. What are you laughing at?
See? It's great, isn't it? It's my Batman voice. Do you have a Batman voice? It sounds like you have a Joker voice over there.
All right,
try it.
All right, let me try a Joker here.
Right. Oh, how do you do Batman? There you go. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where's Harvey Dent?
What's that from Star Wars? Hey, you saw Jedi. Do the Batman voice and quote a line from Last Jedi.
Oh, shit.
There you go. There's a challenge for you.
I know, right? Because I hated the movies, so I'm trying to think of something decent.
Yeah, come on.
See. Oh, yeah, okay. It's like
the power of the dark side is stronger than the light. You think he's gonna turn? He's not.
I don't know. I mean,
no. You sound.
We got to keep going before the ship runs out of fuel and they catch us. Quick to the escape pods.
Yeah. It's like
we're gonna direct a whole movie where it's about one spaceship running from another spaceship, trying not to run out of gas. That's the premise of my movie.
Like that. You ready? Hear this one?
We're only gonna have one lightsaber battle in this movie. It's gonna be brutal.
You sound like a Batman reviewing a film critic.
Oh yeah, okay, that's pretty okay.
Yeah. Hey, Batman. They said your movie was bad.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna take you to the Bat Cave and show you what really bad is really like.
That sounds more like in the BDSM there. 50 Shades of Batman right there.
Let me take you to the Bat Cave. I got some bat whips, some bat straps down there.
I'm Selena Kyle.
I'm allergic to cats.
You're allergic to pussy?
Oh, shit. That's why he lives with an old man and a boy. Oh, in a cave. Oh. Anyways.
At least I don't live down in the van down by the river.
I just want to say this
right.
one. I just want to say this one thing, okay? For those of you who have not seen The Last Jedi yet, okay, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, because I know you haven't seen it, but there is only one lightsaber battle in this entire movie, which is highly upsetting. However, you would not think that for a Disney movie, like, it wouldn't be like, that exciting of a lightsaber battle. Out of all the Star Wars movies, this was the most brutal lightsaber battle I have ever seen in Star Wars.
I've heard a lot of people say that, actually.
Yeah,
they said
like,
lightsaber battle was freaking awesome.
That scene got done, and I was like, holy crap, Disney literally, like, showed their R-rated self, and, like, that was...
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it, but, I mean... Let's just put
That's
it this
all you got to say, man.
Let's put it this way.
That's all you got to
Let's put it this way. Not only was it brutal, but, like, when it ended, okay... Clear as day on the screen, they panned into like a severed like head and a dead body laying there and showed it. Like they didn't try to like nonchalantly like not even show it. It was right there the entire time. Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
And ladies and gentlemen and children, this is what happens when you play with lightsabers the wrong way.
I so bad want to talk about that scene right now, but I can't because I don't want to be mean and spoil it for anyone. Actually, you know what? Technically, isn't there some kind of like law that says if you haven't seen the movie in like 30 days, I can like spoil it for you?
No.
Okay.
Don't
Right.
spoil it for me. I haven't watched it yet.
You're missing. Well, actually, I couldn't say you're missing out, but I mean,
I'm gonna watch it no matter what because I like Star Wars. Okay, I like Star Wars. I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna form my own opinion if this movie is crap or not. Because I've been hearing a lot of things. People's like, "Oh, I love it, man! It's the best Star Wars." And I heard other people say, "Man, this is like basically like taking a turd and putting it in a box and labeling it Star Wars."
I'll put it this
I've
way.
heard so much. I've heard so much about this.
We were talking about wrestling earlier and about casual fans and non-casual fans, Yeah. And how lately the casual fans were like bashing on Paige. And
we'll
get to that. Okay, no, but that's how this movie is. If you're a casual fan, you're gonna like love it, but if you're like a serious like Star Wars fan, you're gonna think it's trash.
Well, I get it. Okay, all right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Wait, what were we saying? Reddit.
What is this? The Yep movement? Yep.
Reddit.
Yep.
Reddit. Yep. I love that. It's so great. All right.
The stuff I gotta put up with, man.
Put up with what?
With you. We went way off topic, man. We are way out there. Why
are we being restricted by the man? This is a no holds barred podcast. We don't go by any rules here. Rebel Radio.
No holds bars? What is this? Ready to rumble?
We make our own rules and then break them 2 episodes later in this.
Yeah, I know. We already broke the fourth wall with the F word. We already did that.
Oh, we did.
I've been trying to clean up. Okay.
Explain to the viewers.
When I have ELS Uncut, that's more for vulgar and just balls to the wall stuff. The Everett Lee Show, I've been trying to like tone down just a hair, with some of the language and everything. But you know what? We forget, we be ourselves, and we let things slip. So, therefore, that's what happens. That's what definitely happens. But
slip it
I
like
just,
a roofie.
What?
What?
Slipped on a rupee.
What? Nothing.
You got what?
No.
Oh. Gone
Gone
too far. Let me finish this segment here. Okay. Shazam.
What?
Shazam.
What are you,
That's all I gotta say.
magician now?
Has got a release date confirmed for April 5th, 2019.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to do a magic trick over there.
No.
Shazam! It's like, what? Where's Shaquille O'Neal at? That movie again?
Shazam Coming from superherohype.com, Shazam's release date is confirmed for April 5th, 2019. Warner Brother Pictures confirmed that Shazam's date will be on the date I just mentioned. Asher Angel is set to star in the film as Billy Bastinson. How the hell do you say this name? I can't freaking my glasses.
Billy Batson?
Batson? Yeah. With Zachary Levi taking on the hero and the alter ego. Mark Strong will play the villain, Dr. Savannah, and other cast members including Jack Dillon, Grace Fallen, Ian Chin, and Jovan Armand as Billy's friend that lives in a group home with him. David F. Sandberg is directing from New Line. The Lights Out and Annabelle creation director will step behind the camera with Peter Safran producing. I can't read these damn announcements.
That's okay. Just say something.
You know what I'm talking about.
Some girl.
I'm illiterate. I'm sorry. I have a trouble reading. I've always had a trouble reading, you know what? But I did not let that stop me from doing what I'm doing, like you see right here, okay? I love talking about stuff, and I'm not going to let that keep me down because I'm Everett Lee, baby!
You think podcasts are your ally?
You're
Mr.
crazy.
Everett Lee.
You're crazy.
Yeah. Doing my Bane voice now.
Your Bane voice. Your Bane voice. All right. That right there is it for the long-running segment. Yeah, on the show. For the random Reddit thread.
What?
Not random Reddit thread.
What?
See, you got me all disbogulated.
Are you trying to take my segment? Are you trying to steal
from the
my
Mirakuru
segment?
Lounge.
You get that Mirakuru
It's a
Lounge.
Mirakuru Lounge. Okay, that's it.
Lounge.
That's it.
There you go.
I've had a little bit too
Batman
much
voice for it.
caffeine today. That's why I'm hydrating.
He pounded like 3 monsters before we started and started shaking and he started getting angry. It was like roid rage. It's like gonna go Chris Benoit over here on me or something. Oh, whoa, easy there now, fella.
Oh my god. Oh god.
It's been 10 years. We can still joke about it.
Yeah, but
No,
I just want to
no.
throw this out here. I believe Chris Jericho shouldn't have got like any flack because he dedicated a match to two close of his friends.
Did he?
Two close friends, yeah. The
Did
match
he
with
actually
Omega.
say? Did he actually say he dedicated it to him, or just people just assume that?
No. He dedicated that match with Omega to Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah, and then he got people attacked him for it because
The
that's
casual
what
fans attacked him.
Yeah, they love attacking people. That's what they do. They just love attacking. You know what I mean? It's just, come on now, man. You know, it's like, cut it. Cut the just, you're done. That's it. It just
You know what
gets
sounds
me.
good right now? A burrito.
I'll tell you what sounds good right now.
Huh.
The in-ring report. Let's jump into the in-ring report right in here on the Everett Lee Show.
1, 2, 3.
I found this earlier because I haven't used this in a while. Let's see if I can pull this up. Bam! Hey, look at that right there. Hey, it's
like
the
that.
in-ring
Yeah,
report
there we
logo.
go.
I found it, man. I found it. Before we get into the in-ring report, don't you got a reminder about something for people? McShaft?
A reminder?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. So I want to remind everyone, because my memory is so good, that you can check out this podcast. What?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Take it away.
Okay, you're doing some weird sign language.
I know.
to me.
I had the camera on me.
You're speaking Russian to me? What the hell is this, Russia?
I dropped my pen. I got to grab it.
Whoa, easy there. Don't touch my leg. So we can check out this podcast here on several locations. The first one here, go check out podcastcity.net. You can also check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/podcastcity and Twitter at podcastcitynet. Podcast City, the location for all your podcast needs.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Currently,
Podcast City.
Currently, I'm developing my own podcast to add to this city. So if y'all like me and like hearing all my stuff and just enjoy me because I'm furry and look kind of cute, I will have my own podcast up here soon. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. I got some ideas.
He's still going through everything. And,
yeah,
you know, that's
because I have a couple of different things, and I'm just not sure which one, like, you know, I think you all would like better. Because I want something that's going to be different. It's going to really kind of like, you know, give people something a little, you know, oomph. You know, when I go on the podcasting network, it's like, oh, you got this, you got this, you got this, and then you got this. So it's not like, oh, there's like, you know, 5 podcasts that are about the same thing. It's like, I'm going to give them something different, you know?
Yeah.
We like to have a good variety here in the Podcast City network, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I know.
Yeah.
Well, in-ring report for this week. It's been going around, but nothing has been confirmed just yet. It's just from different places have been reporting about this from different websites. What is it? PW Insider. That's one that's reported it. What's another place?
WrestleZone.com.
I want to confirm our sources before we jump into saying this because people get real sensitive about information now. All right, what's PW Insider? What's the other one?
WrestleZone.com. What we got? The Bleacher Report. I think.
I don't believe really much from them, but yeah, they're reporting it.
Yeah, just general.
Just sources. Just you know, we'll just say what sources are reporting this. Okay. It looks like
the Everett Lee Show's reporting this right now, basically.
Yeah, off of these sources and what I've read online, it looks like Paige, WWE Women's Superstar Paige, is done with her in-ring career. She's done. Because if you've been keeping up and knowing what happened, but if not, I'm going to mention it anyway. A few weeks ago, it was right after Christmas, Paige was in a 6-woman tag in a live event against Sasha Banks, Mickie James, and Bayley.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a part in the match where Paige had Sasha up against the ring in the turnbuckle, and she had her back turned, and Sasha lifts her legs up and just kicks Paige right in the back. We've seen this 100 times done before. She falls down, okay? She sells it, you know? She's hurt. She wants to get up again, and she kept stumbling, and finally she fell, and she did not get up, and they had to stop the match. They brought out a stretcher and everything, and she laid there for a while. They stopped the match. People are, like, freaking out, like, oh, God, what happened? They didn't know if it was a shoot or what. She ended up getting up and walking back to the back by herself, with the help, and people applaud her and stuff. Well, after a lot of evaluation and everything and stuff, they thought it was just a stinger, which ended up not being a stinger because she had a history with being out with a neck injury and finding out that she had scoliosis, you know?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But what happened was after they did their test here, they confirmed through Paige herself and some of the tests that the reason she fell and couldn't get up and had to get stretched out of the ring was because she actually lost feeling in her arms and legs for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then more specifically in like her hands, fingers, and like feet.
I know.
Yeah.
That's just it sucks that and it's
They
bad.
said that her neck right now and injury is almost identical to what happened to Edge.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's bad. I mean, that's, like, bad.
So now the real question is, what role does she have now in WWE? Like, what does she do?
Mm-hmm.
I think that because she's already kind of established this, like, stable of women and stuff and everything, I think she just strictly becomes, like, a heel.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, she becomes, like, a a managerial role, just a manager. That's it. No in-ring, physical altercations. She cuts promos for him, walks him out to the ring, maybe does a little distraction. That's it.
Yeah. She could easily do that. Just be a manager. Or
color commentator,
something. She is going to have some kind of role within the company.
I think that
they're not going to just let her go.
She could do some commentating for some videos on various women's wrestling videos and stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
If they do go ahead and do their own women's wrestling show, kind of like they do with the cruiserweights, and 205 Live, maybe she's a commentator for that.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Yeah.
I mean,
something. Something.
There's options. I mean, look at Corey Graves. I mean, they found roles for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they did.
So
they
did.
Did.
It's possible. There's plenty of stuff to do in that. Yeah. I mean, worst case, she works backstage and becomes a agent or something, and learns how to do stuff backstage. I mean, why not? I mean, half the time, Dean Malenko, you never see him anymore. He's backstage working. Road Dogg, Billy Kidman. They do TV production stuff, road agents. I mean, it's plenty of stuff to do in that company.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, there's plenty to do. There is. One thing that gets me is that the casual wrestling fan that watches but don't keep up with everything. When they bring people up from NXT, they're like, oh, who's that? I've never seen them before. Why is everyone cheering for this person? I don't know who they are. It's because you don't own the freaking network and you don't watch NXT. You don't keep up with anything. If it pops up on TV, you watch it. You just watch it on TV casually.
And the worst case is that they only watch WWE programming and don't watch anything else.
They don't.
Right now, we're almost going back to the days of the territories to where there's so much good wrestling and all these indie promotions, that it sucks they don't have weekly TV shows for all this stuff and everything.
No,
and they're not always easy to find for pay-per-views and all kinds like that. But there's so many good promotions out there doing so much good stuff. And then eventually what's been happening lately is they're all getting signed to WWE, and, so these wrestlers are now, getting able to wrestle in front of WWE fans, whether it be hardcore or casual fans, but there's so many good, good stuff going on out there that to just watch one promotion only, you're, I should say, not only missing out on so much, and not only not fully embracing wrestling, but you're kind of screwing yourself over. I mean, you're really not doing yourself or the wrestling industry any kind of justice by just watching one program. Even if you watch one that a lot of people don't really like a lot of people don't like Impact Wrestling, and a lot of people do. But there's something in there that at least one thing that you're probably going to like. Even if you just watch that one thing, and you like it. I mean, there's a lot. For me, basically, I used to love Impact back in the day, and now I'm kind of just I would say about 3/4 of it I don't really care for, but there is 1/4 of it that I do like and I do enjoy seeing. So, it's why, kind of sell myself short and not really watch that. There's Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, amazing, Progress Wrestling, CZW, there's an Insane Championship Wrestling, you got New Japan, Ring of Honor. You got so much good stuff out there. I think there's speaking of which, so I'm going to pull up my my resources here because I wanted to talk about this real quick. There is a promotion in Toronto. It's called Destiny Wrestling. Okay, and coming up, Pete Dunne, WWE's UK champion, is going to be fighting Austin Aries, who currently holds 4 titles through various promotions. But the latest one that he won, he came back to Impact Wrestling where he was before WWE, won their heavyweight title. So now, because they're fighting, the first time ever in wrestling history, an Impact champion is going to be fighting a WWE champion, as they're currently holding their titles.
Yeah.
So
that's
history right
love
there.
It.
And those two guys can put on a hell of a match.
Oh God, yeah, they're so talented.
But the casual fans aren't gonna know this. They're gonna miss out on this amazing match. Like for instance, before Kurt Angle came back to WWE, he fought Zack Sabre Jr. in a match, and it was phenomenal. I mean, that's a dream match on itself right there. And the casual fans, are like, "Who's Zack Sabre Jr.?" Then you say, "Oh, well, look, he was on the Cruiserweight Classic for a little bit," and they're like, "Oh, that guy." I'm like, yeah, but you haven't seen Zack Sabre Jr. wrestle.
No,
I watched this dude choke out a dude the size of Roman Reigns with a triangle choke during Wrestle Kingdom. There's Raymond Rowe from War Machine. I watched this dude jump up and put this dude in a triangle choke and choke this dude out in like 45 seconds. And everyone was just like, what just happened?
I know. It's just,
absolutely
he's a good
amazing
wrestler. He is. He's a really good wrestler, and I love his in-ring, what he does, and just his moveset and everything. Really, really good wrestler. One thing, talk about wrestlers, talk about independence and indie wrestling. Ricochet, War Machine, and Candice LeRae. Johnny, who's married to Johnny Gargano.
Johnny, who's married to Johnny? I mean, Candice LeRae, who's married to Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, that's what I said.
She was also part of the
That's what I
world's
said.
cutest tag team with Joey Ryan, who held the PWG Tag Team Championships. They had the infamous hardcore match with the Young Bucks, where the Young Bucks gave her a Meltzer driver on the concrete floor, and then super kicked her in the face with the shoe covered in thumbtacks.
Yeah,
that was pretty badass. She's in WWE now.
Yeah.
Word is, because there hasn't been 100% confirmation on anything yet, though, but pretty much Ricochet is supposedly coming here to NXT soon, or NXT WWE, whatever. I mean, he's going to be coming to WWE.
Yeah.
And then supposedly, they haven't confirmed it yet, though, but War Machine is supposed to be coming to WWE. And I just want to say one thing, that if you have never seen any of these wrestlers before, I highly recommend you take a few hours and go through and watch some of their matches.
Yeah, they got some really, really good matches, especially with War Machine. I love watching War Machine because those guys can tear it up. I watched a match with Ricochet. It was a mixed tag match. It was Ricochet and his girlfriend, Tessa Blanchard. Yeah. From who's the daughter of Tully Blanchard, who was in the Four Horsemen. I say four, right? So they wrestled against I forgot who the hell they wrestled against. They were on that what culture wrestling promotion thing. I'll tell you, that mixed tag match was freaking awesome. Ricochet and her is one hell of a team. Just imagine they're doing that mixed match challenge thing. Imagine if those two were in it. Oh my goodness.
Well, the biggest thing too to kind of watch their matches is
because
you're probably going to see WWE restrict a lot of their moves from them. So
I know,
you're not
but
going to
it would
get
still
the
be
full.
good.
You're not going to get the full characters out of these people in WWE. But like I said, I mean, watch some of their stuff, and just. You'll know why they're coming to WWE, who they are, get a little background on them and stuff. And, I mean, they're really good. Check them out.
Definitely check them out. War Machine's awesome. Candice, three good talents, and I'm happy that Candice LeRae is going to be in the same company with her husband. It's going to be great. It definitely is going to be great.
And I hope they keep Ricochet off 205 Live. The big joke on the internet right now. They said that Ricochet should go on an eating binge to get his weight up to stay out of 205 Live. And then they said, "Oh, well, they're going to bring in War Machine and have him lose to Breezango on their debut on SmackDown." And then some guy goes, "No, they wouldn't do that. They're going to send him over to Raw and have Roman Reigns beat him in a 2-on-1 handicap, and then send him to SmackDown and have him lose to Breezango."
That's crazy. That's
just
messed up.
because they're such a good tag team and like how badly they've done with the Ascension and stuff and everything. It's just I'm happy they're in the WWE, but at the same time, I know WWE can completely on and ruin a good wrestler or tag team.
Yeah.
So I'm just so scared that they're going to end up doing that.
You see what's up on the screen right there, right?
Everett Lee Show.
No, not that. Right.
Oh,
here.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red line. Have you crossed it? The Royal Rumble.
Yes, the Royal Rumble is on.
Not the movie, the pay-per-view event. Oh, I was Ready to Rumble. Sorry, Ready to Rumble. Yeah. No David Arquette here.
I mean,
I like that big red line. Have you crossed it? I'm a smart.
oh my God.
So yeah, Royal Rumble. So in 2 weeks, we get the annual Royal Rumble.
January
And
28th.
Not only that, but for the first time ever, we get a 30-woman Royal Rumble match
That's right.
too. So
That's
history's
right.
being made this year. So far, they've confirmed 17 women so far for
Yep.
the event, and that's minus Paige now.
Yeah.
And that's, of course, minus Charlotte because she's already the champion. She's not going to be in it.
Right.
But one name that they did confirm, which I was surprised at too, was Molly Holly.
Yeah.
They confirmed her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
they
cool.
They confirmed Molly Holly, which they should have just kept it a surprise. What they should do is they should just announce who they got on the roster that's active, okay, on the roster, and then say, you'll have to just tune into the Rumble and see who shows up. Okay.
Well, you know what?
Molly Holly is one is already confirmed. Here's other people that I like to see. I don't know if you agree. You could agree or disagree with me on this. Okay. All right. Brie Bella,
No.
Nikki Bella,
No.
Trish Stratus,
Yes.
Lita,
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Um.
Stacy Keibler.
Yeah. Tori Wilson.
No.
She's
The-
still in
the-
good shape and she still looks
the-
good for 40.
I want to see the other Tori that was in WWE.
Her.
Yeah, the other
That
Tori.
could've-
Those were the X-Pac and Kane. Yeah, that Tori.
Ivory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacqueline. Yep. The cat.
I don't know.
Yeah, because every time she wrestled, she took her top off. Like, not her bra. She took her top off.
Yes, she did. She was in the whatever you call it, the mud thing, wrestling thing, or whatever the hell. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see.
What else?
What about Eve Torres? Maybe. How about?
Sunny. Yeah. Sable.
I don't know.
Sable Bomb. Are you ready for the grind?
Sable. Oh God! If Sable jumped back in the ring just for this appearance,
Sable just like F5s everybody. They're gonna take you to Sable Bomb City.
Okay, here we go. NXT talent, the iconic duo, Peyton Royce, Billy Kay. I could see them.
Yeah, there we go.
Kairi Sane.
Yeah. Asuka. She's gonna be in it, right? I
Well,
think?
yeah, Asuka's
Yes,
already. Yeah, she's part of the active roster.
what was that? Let me think. I just had an idea for one. Victoria.
I already said
Victoria. No, Victoria.
No, yeah, I said
Victoria's
Ivory.
going.
Yeah, Victoria. That's
Gail
another one.
Kim. I think she's retired now, though.
Yeah, but she may just make an appearance. I mean, hell.
You know who else they confirmed too? Was Michelle McCool, Undertaker's wife.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's confirmed. I heard. But they should keep the rest a surprise and a secret and stuff. Here's one for you. So we're talking about the Royal Rumble.
Nikki Cross, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, that's I've heard.
It'd be cool if her Insanity debuted at the Rumble.
That can happen.
That'd be pretty sick.
You don't know that.
Remember, Killian Dane was there last year, wasn't he?
No,
that was the Andre the Giant Battle Royal at
Yeah.
WrestleMania. That's what it was.
Ty Dillinger debuted in the Royal.
Yeah,
I mean,
he really hasn't been too much of a perfect 10.
But I'm just telling you, he's one of those guys that just debuted in the Royal. Surprise! It was a surprise.
Yeah,
I
AJ
didn't
Styles
expect-
was a good one. I remember that.
Yeah, AJ Styles
That was a
just
hell
perfect.
of a debut. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's.
I wonder if Kevin Nash will come back again for like the 5th year and blow his quad out.
He's not doing that great right now, from what I understand.
No, he just had complete reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, he's taking his time and stuff. He was on JR's podcast a few weeks ago. I was listening to it. Really, really good podcast. Really good.
Yeah.
Here we go. Who do you think's going to win the Royal Rumble this year?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. Let's see who we have here for options.
Going to tell you.
Okay, you know who I think is going to win?
Who?
I think Finn Balor is going to win.
Okay. I'm going with Finn Balor or maybe Shinsuke Nakamura.
Nah, they're not going to push it. They're totally going to start shitting on this guy here because you can tell already because this is reports have been saying that like there's still a few people like Vince McMahon and a few of the higher up guys that really don't fully understand his gimmick yet.
Don't get it.
So that's why they haven't been pushed him. Same thing happened with CM Punk. They never really understood his gimmick.
Yep.
And then, they did give him the title. They kind of did push, you know what I'm saying? They did push him eventually. But for a while, they really didn't. And unfortunately, he's got two things going bad for him right now. They don't understand his gimmick, and he's an Asian wrestler. And if you look, they haven't done very good with any kind of Asian wrestlers in the past, and people not understanding their gimmicks. So I do not foresee him winning that Royal Rumble. I foresee at best they may give him the Intercontinental sometime, or maybe a tag team title with somebody, maybe. But we'll be lucky to see that.
Yeah.
They're totally wasting talent with him. I said, and here's a perfect example too. Ricochet comes in WWE, man, amazing talent.
205. 205.
I know. He's gonna be fighting Enzo Amore for 6 months, never win the title, and then he'll walk out of the company like Austin Aries did. Meanwhile, they could put him on SmackDown, have him feud with AJ Styles, and have some of the most amazing matches you ever see in WWE history, but they won't.
Yeah. Well, that's just how the cookie crumbles. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Yep.
That right there, I think that's pretty much it. Let me ask you.
So Finn Balor. So I like to see him win the Rumble, and instead of, like we were talking earlier, instead of challenging the Raw title holders, Lesnar, go after SmackDown, AJ Styles. Then you got Finn Balor, former Bullet Club leader, fighting AJ Styles, former Bullet Club leader.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be sick.
Oh God,
that'd be sick. We already saw them fight once WWE, and it was, it was good. It wasn't the best thing ever. It was pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think if you gave them some more time and more of a build up, I think they could put on a pretty, really good match. Unlike Jinder Mahal. Mr. I'm losing my hair every day, Baron Corbin.
Oh God.
Actually, I should change his name. Balding Corbin. There you go. Balding Corbin. Balding Corbin.
Oh my God. I
got more hair in my ass than that guy does in his head.
Jeez. The stuff I got to put up with, man, listening to you.
Another good name to win the Royal Rumble, though?
What's that?
Would be Seth Rollins, and then Rollins challenges AJ Styles for the title. Those two would put
that would be great. That'd be great. Well, I'm moving some stuff around. I'm looking over on the other screen. I see stuff's getting cut off. So
as far as surprise entrances in the Rumble, I remember last year they didn't really have any surprise entrances, and I have a feeling they're really not gonna have any really big surprises in this one either. To be honest, my expectations are not very high with this pay-per-view. And considering the fact that I watched Wrestle Kingdom earlier this month when it was on, that pay-per-view was amazing. Yeah. Phenomenal. It was phenomenal, okay? So they started off the event with this, was it 20-man, like Royal Rumble style match? But you could also
good.
But you could also make them
pin,
or you could pin them, or you could make them submit, or throw them over the top rope.
Yeah.
The breakout star in that match was Chase Owens from the Bullet Club.
I thought it was Cheeseburger.
He was package pile driving everybody. It was crazy.
I thought it was Cheeseburger, man.
Speaking of which, on the latest Being the Elite episode, they were backstage, and Cheeseburger was there, and I think it was Trent Beretta and Chucky T and Rocky Romero, and they're like, this guy always comes here every year and gets a ticket and never ends up wrestling. And then Cheeseburger said something to him. He was like, oh, check out this, and he turned around and looked, and they were gone, and he was like, man, he goes, Trent and Rocky and Chucky are dicks in real life. You know, that segment they've been going on with. They have T-shirts out now where it has all three of their faces on it.
Yeah.
And it says hashtag DIRL, dicks in real life. Greatest thing ever.
It's crazy. That is.
But that whole pay-per-view was amazing. You know, I think that there was, I would say, a lot more. There's just as much hype on Wrestle Kingdom as there was on the Royal Rumble, just because Wrestle Kingdom is like their WrestleMania. Probably even more hype. That pay-per-view delivered a solid match card from start to finish.
It did.
And I know from experience that Royal Rumble, WWE's pay-per-views have not been solid pay-per-views. It's been, I would say, over a year that we have seen a solid pay-per-view from WWE from start to finish. Interesting matches.
Well, for one thing,
the amount of talent that they have and the amount of money that they have to put in for everything, that they could sign the right people, put together the right matches, and they consistently do not. It is very upsetting.
Well, they did really, really well. I see where you're coming from. I get your point and everything and stuff. Yeah. Wrestle Kingdom did so well that they got matches, and that's what a wrestling matches and pay-per-view should be like. I mean, they did so well. The double main event was was fantastic. I mean, Jericho and Omega's match reminded me of an old Southern wrestling promotion. Something you'd see like that. The build-up was great. Everything was solid, and it's delivered. You know, it did. It really did.
Here's my thing. WWE needs to go through, cut the people from their roster, okay? Make some more room, and instead of bringing guys up all the time to the main roster, make NXT 2 hours so they can fit some more people in there and better action. That's what they need to do.
And put it on USA Network.
Get rid of guys. Get rid of guys like Bo Dallas, Heath Slater, unfortunately Rhino, Mojo Rawley. You know, all these dudes that nobody really gives two about and really can't put on an entertaining match. Get rid of them. You know, you're bringing in guys like War Machine, like Ricochet. You know, let these guys, you know, get some good matches, good spots. Take all those people that you released, have them go back to the indies, you know, kind of work on their characters, new gimmicks, you know, do some, you know, better, like, work on their wrestling. You know, maybe they can come back in later on like Drew Galloway did. But the thing about it, though, is that, you know, make some room. Don't, you know, overflood, you know, the company that they have now. Make NXT 2 hours. Get some.
They have too much talent. That's the thing.
Yes.
They have too much.
And they misuse the talent that they have.
They do. They do.
They
definitely do. Well, McShaft.
We can get Roman Reigns too while you're at it. Just saying.
I think we covered everything on this podcast.
He still thinks he puts on the best matches of the year every time he wrestles. That guy's delirious in the head. He's on drugs.
I know. Well, I think we covered everything. What do you say?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. We pretty much covered everything on this podcast.
It's a good podcast.
Yep. We right now are on the Podcast City Network. Be sure to check out the Podcast City Network, ladies and gentlemen, at the official website, podcastcity.net, for shows like this, The Everett Lee Show. Podcast City Network exclusive shows is Films the Classic, ELS Uncut, Super Radio Brothers podcast on Podcast City Network, and the Imaginarium podcast with Scott Colbert and Todd Sturridge. And coming soon, the Chris Carnage Show to the Podcast City Network.
Don't forget Facebook.
Yep, Facebook.com/Podcast City Network. And on Twitter, you can hit Podcast City Network up on Twitter at Podcast City Net.
And my new Twitter at Real McShaft.
Right there.
There it is.
Real McShaft.
There it is. Whoop, there it is.
Hold it up.
I'm holding both of them
Hold it up.
I'm holding them up. I'm going to pet the podcast. I'm going to hold them up. I'm going to pet. I'm seeing so much stuff flying around me. This is great, right?
Oh, my goodness. I don't even know if I have an outro on the show.
I can make my own outro music. You ready? Dun 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 dun.
There, I found it.
Oh, I was gonna make my own. I got my own little drum machine right here. Nah.
I already hit the music, man.
Yeah, okay.
I already hit the music. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can check Everett Lee out also on Facebook. Facebook.com/TheEverettLee. Stop out there, click that like button. You can follow Everett Lee on Twitter at @TheEverettLeeShow and the official website of the Everett Lee Show, everettleeshow.weebly.com. That is it. I am done. We are out of here. We're going to go watch some wrestling on the USA Network.
I'm going to go make me a burrito.
You're going to make yourself a burrito? Be sure. Oh, yeah. Also, this week on the Podcast City Network, ELS Uncut Episode 2. Check that out. Later on this week, Films a Classic, the Imaginarium Podcast, and the Super Radio Brothers Podcast, all coming to you on the Podcast City Network. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Everett Lee. I'm out of here, and this is
McShaft.
That's right, McShaft. We are out of here. We will see you again next week for another episode of the Everett Lee Show.